Next guest has been with me for a very, 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 very long time. He's also an innovator, and that is Phil Wilson. So Phil is going to be talking about the spiritual aspects and benefits of far infrared saunas. And because far infrared saunas have been scientifically proven to increase core temperature, lymph flow, and microcirculation. Also, not that Phil Wilson is saying this, but Mark Becker is saying this, that it is also a great way to help negate or help prevent this COVID from coming into being, because the heat from it, especially in Phil's saunas, will actually dissipate and destroy it. But that's just a little thing I'm saying by myself, so he can't get in trouble, but I can. So Phil has been able to perceive many spiritual principles of life and the effects of energy medicine. After 4 years of graduate school for mathematics and out-of-body experience and a Kundalini experience, I'm really happy to have Phil on because he has so much to share with you. And everybody, if he doesn't tell you, at the end I'm going to ask him why. There were so many different saunas, infrared saunas out now since when Phil first started. But his is the 100% best. And if he doesn't tell you, I'm going to pull it out of him later. So Phil, go for it. Oh, and let's see. You might. I think you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah.
You can hear me now?
I hear you, and I see it.
You do hear me?
I do hear you. You hear me?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Are you able to hear me?
Oh, yeah. Where are you? Are you in Ohio?
No.
Now I can't hear you.
Now you can.
Now I can.
Okay, good. Is the hearing good?
The hearing is great.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm ready. Let me know what you need to know.
Oh, just go for it.
And I'll let you know what I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Relaxed Sauna behind me, as you can see it.
Uh-huh.
There's the whole thing. And I use it every morning. And there's a Dr. Forbes in Florida who put a video on YouTube. It was taken off within a week. He's saying, I found a cure for coronavirus.
Uh-huh.
And he showed doing something in the Relaxed Sauna. And he had put a number of people in. He had about 5 videos on. And I said, oh my God, you cannot use that word cure. And lo and behold, within a week, his YouTube videos were taken down.
Well, you should have changed it to prevent.
You can still hear me, right? Pardon?
I said he should have changed it to prevent.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I tried to use my other computer because this one's a little unstable, and I wasn't able to get the sound to work on it at all. Hearing. So I had to switch to this computer. So I hope we can, there's sometimes a lag. I can't hear you until you come out. So we'll just have to do the best we can.
Well, we hear you.
Okay, so you want to ask me some questions, and then I'll proceed?
Well, I'll tell you. Just tell me why. You were the first one with the saunas, and now there's so many different ones that, and I know a lot of them are cheaper. And people say, "Why should I spend that much money?" Well, the reason is, and I know that you're going to give me the reason, but I know there's less EMFs. I know that there's a million reasons why Relaxed Sauna is great. I mean, I have it. We use it every day. So tell me why Relaxed Sauna is the sauna.
Well, what it is, Dr. Sherry Rogers wrote a book called Detoxify or Die. It was written in 2001, and she had a lot of chemically sensitive and environmentally challenged individuals who were coming to her left for dead. And she started using far infrared saunas on them. And she had miraculous success, and she wrote a whole book about 250 pages long and about 175 pages of the book is on far infrared saunas. She calls it the superior sauna. It's different than a normal Finnish sauna. The Finnish saunas are good. And there's a man who did a review on reddit.com in February of 2017. And he tested an Amazon sauna and found out it was only able to increase core temperature in 25 minutes, half a degree. And then he bought a $500 Amazon sauna instead of a $200 one, and it was able to only increase core temperature half a degree. And he was very disappointed because all the research on far infrared saunas says that it will do certain things for the heart. These saunas didn't pass the test, they didn't do. So he bought a relaxed sauna, and he was able to increase core temperature 3.2 degrees in only 25 minutes. And all the heart rate variability tests that he performed on the relaxed sauna with his body, it didn't only meet the specifications that all the research said it would, but it exceeded it, because the saunas they used in the research are not as effective as the relaxed sauna. See, the most important thing in an infrared sauna is how much far infrared sauna energy do you have? How much far infrared energy do you have that will resonate with your water molecules? Because when the far infrared energy, it's an energy medicine, it's not heat. You know, the heat is irrelevant. When people talk about the ideal temperature in the sauna, they don't know what they're talking about in terms of far infrared energy, because it's energy medicine at its finest. When we go to your conference and people, some of the other people who have booths have come into the relaxed sauna and they say, wow, they can feel the presence, because it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, it gets them grounded, and they can feel the divine presence. And so people say, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm being hugged by my grandma. And that's exciting. And others say, gee, I don't understand it. I feel really relaxed and I feel energized. You know, some have said, I feel euphoric, or some don't know how to express how they feel because it's unlike anything they've ever experienced. And so I call the relaxed sauna the spiritual sauna, because it purifies you emotionally, mentally, and physically. So what determines what, you know, the quality of a sauna, it's like, okay, someone tells you to take vitamin C, and you say, wow, I went to the drugstore and I got a 100 milligram vitamin C, and I got 200 tablets in my bottle. And you say, that's nice, I want you to take 2 grams a day. 20 of them? Yeah, because you need 1 or 2 grams a day for your situation to be remedied. Well, people don't see saunas in that same vein. The relaxed sauna has 5 to 10 times the output of the vital nutrient far infrared energy between 4 and 14 microns. Because water vibrates at 8 microns, and the human body and mammals and birds, they vibrate at 9.6 microns. 80% of your cells are water cells. 99% of your body is water. Now, there's a book called The Fourth Phase of Water, or something like that, by Gerald Pollack. And he talks about this new kind of phase of water in between water, liquid, and ice. And he calls it the exclusion zone, or the easy zone. And it's a gel-like substance. And if you have a beaker of water, maybe 1 millimeter around at the most around the beaker is this special kind of water. And you can put two beakers of water, and you can see that there can be a bridge over it. It's a gel-like substance. And accidentally, one of his researchers put a lamp on it, and wow, the whole exclusion zone of the water, the fourth phase of water, and that's the pure water, that was increased. And it turned out that far infrared energy between 4 and 14 microns is the most effective to have the result on water that you do. So you've heard of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is when the sun goes on the plant, and it's the water of the plant is energized in order to move and to bend. And that's done by the photosynthesis. It's done by the far infrared energy in the sun resonating with the water in the plant. And similarly in our human body, the far infrared energy we are far infrared light beings. You know how in spiritual circles, you're a light being? Well, you are, and you generate what frequency of light? Is it red? Is it blue? Is it orange? No, it's invisible light that we generate. Is it ultraviolet? Is it gamma rays? Is it microwaves? No, it's far infrared ray energy. Is it far infrared energy between 16 or 20 and 400? No, it's between 4 and 14. We vibrate at 10 microns or 9.4 microns. Water's at 8 microns. So only the frequency of light that's between 4 and 14 microns, only that frequency will resonate with your water cells. And so there's a love bond between your water cells and your organic cells of the body that vibrate at 9.4 microns. It resonates. It's a love bond. It's like when you see someone you haven't seen for a while from maybe 100 feet away, you feel that click, that smile, that contact high. That's the resonating of your light. And so you can recognize the light of certain people when they're shining, they're glowing. Well, this helps you glow more. It helps you glow more. So I'll stop here so you can say something so I can continue.
But I mean, so the imitation saunas, how many microns do they shoot out?
Well, they're good saunas. Now, basically, they're between like 2 and 50, or but or 1 and 50. Like near infrared is between 0.7, which is where red is, 0.79, and 2 is near infrared, and mid infrared is between 2 and 4 microns, and far infrared ray is between 4 and 1,000. But only between 4 and 14 is the nutrient, the light nutrient that actually can be absorbed by the body, because we can only absorb what we are, and therefore we don't resist it. So since we vibrate at 8 microns, we emit, or we vibrate at 9.4 microns, we emit far infrared light at 9.4 microns, and we absorb that. So all the other saunas, they're I wouldn't call them imitation. They're legitimate. They're all good. Every sauna that I know of is better than not, because even in Finland, there's a 20-year study showing that those who did the Finnish sauna with no far infrared at all, or maybe 2 or 3%, they were, the life expectancy and the heart rate and all the health. I can't remember the details, but you can look at the study. But definitely, those who saunaed 4 to 7 times a week were a hell of a lot healthier than those who did it 2 to 3 times a week, and a lot more for the ones who just did it 1 a week. Now, they didn't even consider people who didn't do it, because everyone in Finland does saunas. I think there's 2/3 the number of saunas there are people in Finland, because it's a pastime. And frankly, in Europe and in the United States and in South America and in Africa and in Asia, I feel that 80-90% of the homes should have, I hate using the word should because I don't believe in should, but it would be beneficial to have a far infrared sauna in your home, because we do not have any tools, any appliances in our house that cleans the inside of our body. Now, the washing machine cleans the inside and the outside of the clothes, and this is wonderful. So most people treat their clothes in terms of cleanliness better than their bodies. The shower is nice, it cleans the outside of the body, and we can do herbal products, and we can do detox formulas, and we can do cleansing formulas and fruits and water fast, and we can do all sorts of things to cleanse what's in our body. Doris Rapp wrote a book. She's about 90 now, and she was a pediatrician. She wrote a book called Our Toxic World. Pesticides, fluoride in the water, chlorine in the water, hormones and drugs and God knows what else is in the water that we drink, the chemicals in the air, the smog, the cadmium, the arsenic, the mercury, the aluminum, the lead. All these are in the smog and the chemtrails. They're not doing us any good. They put fluoride in the water. That doesn't do us any good. They got glyphosate and pesticides and God knows what other kind of chemicals that don't belong in our body. And these are deterrents. A clean engine works better than a dirty engine. So when we got all this junk and gunk that we've absorbed into our body, we can't function as well. Our minds aren't as clear. We can't get in touch with our emotions, so we can't be as honest with ourselves as we would like to be, because all these are factors. So we need to be cleansed physically, emotionally, and mentally so we can be spiritually clean, so we can hear, so we can tune in, so we can connect with that which we are. And that's the essence. And so I call the relaxed sauna the spiritual sauna, and other saunas are good, but the more far infrared you have, the more effective for detoxing, getting rid of pain, getting rid of inflammation, helping with Lyme disease, helping with autism, getting rid of depression, getting rid of neuropathy. We have people with Lyme disease. She has a portable sauna, not ours. She's had it for a year. She's done it an hour at a time, a dozen different times. She goes to a Lyme conference, gets in the relaxed sauna. In 12 minutes, she has feeling in her fingers and her toes for the first time in 2.5 years. And she buys the relaxed sauna because her other sauna was not powerful enough to give her enough far infrared energy to do the magic. Hippocrates says, find me a way to create sweat or fever and I will cure disease. So when you raise your core temperature, that's the secret. That's like giving you a fever. And then the magic happens. And there's 4 different magical things that happen by increasing your core temperature in the body. And this is done because when people ask me, what does far infrared energy do? And I say it does one thing and one thing only. It's energy medicine, and it resonates with the water cells in your body. There's a love bond between the water cells and your organic cells in the body and the energy. So what it causes, like if you hold your hands together like this, you can feel a pulsating. Well, that's exactly what happens. When you have the far infrared radiators here and you have your body here and you put it like this, your water cells are going to start pulsating or resonating. You're going to feel that energy. In other words, when the great athletic supporters, not a jockstrap, but the athletic supporters, those who are trainers and educators in terms of athletes and health and endurance, they say you should bicycle, you should do, they say exercise is important. Yes, but what is exercise really? Well, its movement is important. The far infrared sauna gives you, the relaxed sauna gives you movement. And so it does what exercise does in the giving you movement of your cells. Now, that doesn't mean exercise isn't good or isn't helpful. I recommend doing the relaxed sauna and doing regular exercise or even rebounding or yoga or things or some kind of form of dance. All those things are helpful because you want to move and mobilize the lymphatic system. So the 4 things that increasing your core temperature does, it mobilizes the lymphatic system. Now, what does that mean? Well, the lymphatic system is there. That's your immune defense system. That's what you want to get going in case you get coronavirus or anything like that, or you get the flu or the cold. The relaxed sauna, Dr. Kerry Moses, I have him from about 5-6 years ago, about a 2-minute interview, testimonial saying the relaxed sauna will nip a cold and a flu in the bud every single time. And if he does get something, he gets in the relaxed sauna and it dissipates. And that's what Dr. Forbes in Florida was talking about. Because and Gary Null says if you increase the core temperature, if not the core temperature, but if you increase the heat around you to 140 degrees, which the relaxed sauna will do in about 3 to 5 minutes, that will kill the corona, is what he said. But what we're doing is we're talking about what's more important, and not that the other isn't, but increasing your core temperature is key. Increasing your core temperature will mobilize the lymphatic system. That activates the white blood cells. It either births them or gets them out of hibernation. It says, hey, we got work to do. It's like a fire. We have things to take care of. There's toxins in the body. It's time to get them out. And the relaxed sauna and the far infrared energy, by mobilizing the lymphatic system, is one of the best things to get all the toxins out of the body, and therefore you feel better. Doctor, there's a lady named Karen Russell from Hawaii. She bought a relaxed sauna from us in 2007. Prior to that, she had for the last 2.5 years, she had her blood tests, and every time they came back where the mercury and the lead were off the charts. She got in the relaxed sauna, and magically within 1 month, her blood report came back where her lead and her mercury were normal for the first time in 2.5 years. So it does detoxify the body. Now, another thing that the relaxed sauna does, it increases microcirculation by pulsating the water molecules. It gets everything of the whole metabolic functioning of the body on a higher level. So what happens because you've increased microcirculation? You get rid of pain, you get rid of inflammation, you get rid of scar tissue. You start, if you have Raynaud's syndrome, you start getting that thing worked out. If you have neuropathy, you start feeling tingling in your hands, in your toes, in your fingers, in the periphery. If you have diabetes and you have neuropathy and you have a sore that hasn't healed, boom, it starts healing because you're getting the circulation, you're getting the microcirculation. Like a bicycle can go where cars can't go, and people can go where bicycles can't go. And so that's how the microcirculation works. If you can't get the blood into those areas to give nutrients, it's numb. And so that's the second thing that increasing core temperature will do. And I think actually the most important is as I alluded to earlier, is it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is magical beyond all magic, because the parasympathetic system is the antithesis of the flight or fight. So it gets you into that state of consciousness. It gets you into the moment of now. It gets you relaxed. It gets rid of anxiety. It gets rid of depression. It gets you into the now. One lady, she has a $5,000 wooden sauna, one of the best ones she's had for 5 years. We were at a show 1.5 years ago, and she and her husband were there, and she got in her bathing suit, and she got in the relaxed sauna, and she did a 30-minute sweat. She came back an hour later to report to me, and she said, after 8 to 10 minutes, that's when you start sweating usually. She said, after 8 to 10 minutes, I experienced the most profound, deepest sense of relaxation than I've ever had in my life. And that includes 5 years of having this other good, high quality sauna that does a lot of good. All the infrared saunas, all the far, even the $200 and $50 Amazon saunas. But I used to have a 22-inch bicycle with training wheels, and it would get me or 24-inch bike with training wheels. It would get me to the grocery store. But the 26-inch professional bike, oh my God, what a difference. And so the cheaper saunas, are certainly better than nothing. And you have people who have been cured of cancer using them, or I don't say cured of cancer because you can't cure cancer. Only you can do the curing. Or actually, the only thing that it's legal to do in this planet, in the United States, the only thing you're allowed to cure, I think, is beef. Because if Hippocrates would come in the United States and say, find me a way to create sweat or fever and I will cure disease, they will put him in jail because it's against the law to cure things, especially cancer. So at any rate, we have the parasympathetic nervous system. It activates, and that's why people say, well, the next thing that it does, because you're really relaxed and mellow, now that all the reaction's gone, now that the energy system of your body, the mitochondria, can now, without any interference, start creating ATP and nitric oxide and give your body energy, just like how in the book Fourth Phase of Water, how the photosynthesis energizes the cells. This energizes your cells and gives you energy. So people get out of the sauna, it shows this. I don't understand it. I'm really relaxed and I'm energized at the same time. And this is that's what happens when you've been into yoga. I started yoga in 1971. I even taught it back then for a few months. You get to this mellow point, and all of a sudden, then you start feeling all this energy. But you first taught it, to get all that neurotic caffeine kind of energy out of your system, get to 0 point, get tuned in, get balanced, get connected, and poof, then you start feeling energized. So that's the third and the fourth thing. And that's why people come out of the sauna and they say, hey, gee, I feel relaxed and I feel energized at the same time. And I can't forget at your conference about 3-4 years ago, one lady, she had a booth and she just was raving and raving about how tuned in she was. And another lady was saying how she even got all her problems, all her metaphysical problems that she'd been working on in 5, 6, 7 minutes. She got the answers and she saw the solutions to all of these problems. So that's exciting, that we get these kind of results, Now, I'll let you ask me another question.
Well, I have a question. Someone else
has and then I'll continue to talk. It gives me a 10-second breather.
Someone said they have high blood pressure. Can they use the sauna?
But that's sauna, Relaxed Sauna 001 or 101. High blood pressure, anyone with high blood pressure, the Mayo Clinic recommends far infrared saunas for all of their heart patients, yet at the same time they said do not use a hot tub, do not use a regular finished sauna, because they will increase your body they will increase the temperature outside of you. The body will have to race to find an equilibrium, and that'll cause too much stress on the heart. Do not use a hot tub, do not use a finished sauna. However, they have found that far infrared saunas are the best thing in the world, are very therapeutic for all their heart patients. And in terms of high blood pressure, oh my gosh, between sleep, anyone with sleep problems, anyone with any kind of arthritis pain problems, fibromyalgia pain problems, or high blood pressure, oh my gosh, run to the nearest far infrared sauna and go in it for 20 minutes and you'll be delighted.
I love it. Now, also, I know that for some reason the relaxed sauna produces less EMFs than other type of saunas. Why is that?
Well, we're probably about in the middle. It's what's interesting is that the energy, because the relaxed sauna has 5 to 9 times more far infrared energy than any other infrared sauna, we mitigate, or we antidote the previous side effects that your body has from exposure to EMF energy, to microwave, to Wi-Fi. Of the 21 most common household appliances, from 3 inches away or 1 foot away, the relaxed sauna is 3rd and 7th lowest in terms of EMF than any of the other appliances in your house. And that includes a stereo system, that includes an iron, a juicer, a blender, a toaster. The relaxed sauna has very little EMF, not very little, but now above your knees, where your organs and all your vital organs are, there is no EMF in the relaxed sauna. And the reason why is because we don't have any electricity except by the feet where the radiators are. So there is some EMF. So, some people test it and tell us it's low EMF, what's low, what's high? To me, 85 degrees is cold, or it's warm, and 100 degrees is high, and 70 degrees is low in terms of temperature. I like it 85, 80 degrees, 90 degrees. That's but the EMF is low. There is a little bit by the radiator. However, the main point, or there's two main points. Number one, any household appliance can't even hope to do as much damage as your cell phone or Wi-Fi in the room that you are in terms of EMF. I talked to one of the foremost experts on EMF. He's a doctor in the United States. He bought 2 saunas from us, one last July and one last May. And his partner got in the Relaxed Sauna, and she said, there's no EMF problems. I'm really sensitive to it. She took the sauna up to the hotel room, and her elbow pain that she had for a year was gone after one session. They took the Relaxed Sauna up to the room for the next 2 nights, and they bought it when they got back, or when they, after the, on the third day of the conference. This was at an autism conference. So and I asked him, I said, hey, people, are worried about the EMF in the Relaxed Sauna, and they carry a cell phone. And he said, yeah, I know. and at that same conference a year ago, a guy from Pennsylvania, he's involved in radionics. He said, I bought your sauna from you 14 years ago. I still have it. I love it. Anytime I have pain, my dad uses it, whatever. And he said that a cell phone is 100 times more dangerous than any other EMF in the house. And the Wi-Fi in your room that you go to, even if you don't have a cell phone, is affecting us. So it's everything. And the fact that we have a musician in Philadelphia, got in the Relaxed Sauna 10 years ago. He was reluctant. His mom has a portable sauna. He didn't want to go in it. His friend got in the Relaxed Sauna, said, hey, guy, this is great. Get in it. He said, okay. He got in it. 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. Did he feel mellow? He felt great. And he said, I interviewed him, and he said, there is EMF. I can sense it, but it's not interfering with me at all, because something is preventing it from getting in me, because the Relaxed Sauna is one of the best EMF protectors you'll ever find, because it antidotes EMF, and because the energy it promotes, EMF is so small, the damage of EMF, or the inharmony of the EMF, is so small compared to the energy of the far infrared energy that it's canceled out. And it's like, an experience is worth 1,000 pictures. I coined that term. A picture, everyone knows a picture is worth 1,000 words. Ask anyone, they'll say, oh yeah. Well, an experience in the Relaxed Sauna is worth 1,000 pictures. Once you go in and experience the Relaxed Sauna and feel what it's like, and as long as you don't let your mind get in the way, say, I don't care if there's EMF here or not, this feels great, I want it, I want to use it. Now, we did have a lady, and it was embarrassing, because she was a naturopathic doctor in New Hampshire, and she got the Relaxed Sauna to show, and she loved it, and she got in a couple times, and then when she got home and she measured the EMF, and she freaked out and went into the mind instead of stayed centered in the soul that she is, in that which she is, and she just wasn't listening. She was listening to her mind, and the mind knows nothing. Have you ever heard of the wisdom of the mind? That's an oxymoron. It's the wisdom of the heart. When you are centered in your beingness, and when you're in the mind, there's a phrase. It says, thinking without feeling brings about woe, and feeling without thinking brings grief. So if you are oh, woe is me, and Hamlet, he's consternated in thought. So when you let the mind do all its great crazy stuff without being centered, you go into crazy mode, and you lose the wisdom of the heart. So when you're centered in your heart and you experience the Relaxed Sauna, it doesn't matter what anyone says about whether the Relaxed Sauna has low or medium low or what kind of EMF. It doesn't matter, because you can feel that it's not affecting you negatively. The benefits of the far infrared ray in the Relaxed Sauna is so amazing that you don't care what other people say anymore, because it's real science. Science comes from, the beginning of science comes from experience and observing data. or getting data by observing life experiences. Observe comes from the word serve. So when you're in observe mode, you're serving. When you're in judgment mode, oh God help you, because judge ye not lest you be judged. Judge is synonymous with fear. Judge is synonymous with arrogancy. You can observe and have information, but once you make a conclusion and prejudge, which comes from the word prejudice, or prejudice comes from the word prejudging, and so whenever you judge something, you set yourself up to experience that which you judged, because everything is okay in the universe. Everything has been ordained to be an experience you need to grow and to become wise through. So no experience in itself is bad. It's just an experience.
So here's a question. Somebody said, if people sweat out the chemicals, heavy metals, and other categorically bad things, I'd imagine these don't magically disappear into thin air. How can we clean out our own saunas, if we were to buy one, to ensure we're not taking in that which we and others using it have just sweat out?
Right there, you see the Relaxed Sauna in the background there.
Uh-huh.
There it is. I got a towel on it. Underneath that towel is a folded towel, and so you go into the sauna, and after about 10 minutes, usually you can go on in the sauna for 10 minutes and hardly sweat. You start sweating after 8-10 minutes, but after 8 minutes, you start sweating. And if you don't have clothes on, or even if you do, you're going to sweat like crazy. But all the sweat will go into the towel, and then you simply take the towels out, and to clean the sauna, you simply turn it on for 5 minutes, and it self cleans. And the far infrared energy and the negative ions on there cleanses the sauna, so it's ready for the next person or ready for you again. We sell about 300 of these every month. We've probably sold 30,000 saunas in the last 18 years, and so there isn't really a concern about cleaning the sauna out. It's just with most situations, we haven't had that issue hardly ever come up.
Okay, that's a good answer.
There's a cancer clinic in Washington State where they use a vitamin C intravenous IV therapy. That's what they recommend a lot for COVID-19, vitamin C IV therapy, and he uses that in his cancer clinic in Washington State while in the relaxed sauna where the arm sticks out. And he finds that he can increase the core temperature in the relaxed sauna 4.2 degrees in 1 hour. Now, the independent review of the relaxed sauna that I didn't even find out about till last year, that was done in 2017, the man says he can increase core temperature 3.2 degrees in only 25 minutes in the relaxed sauna, and none of the other portable saunas could he increase it more than half a degree. There's another $800,000, $900,000 portable sauna that this one person was able to increase it 1 degree, 1.1 degrees. It took an hour. The relaxed sauna will increase the core temperature 4 degrees. So the relaxed sauna, now, if the only drawback that we have found in the relaxed sauna is that some people get too hot, but we have a sophisticated temperature control. We call it our STC, sophisticated temperature control. We unzip the zipper and that gets rid of the hot. And then you simply have the resonating light that slowly builds up in your body to increase your core temperature, to get you to sweat, to get rid of all the toxins, and you feel so invigorated. You feel like you can go out and hit a home run every bat. People with arthritis pain, with fibromyalgia, this is a blessing. We have 800, 900 testimonies on YouTube. Now we have a few websites that we've been creating: the Relaxed Saunas with an S.com, and then relaxedsaunas.com / and then Superior, all lowercase. Superior will give you the latest information on the relaxed sauna. Hey, let's have a special for people who see this. All 35 of you, and those who see it in the future. Let's see. Today is Sunday the 20th.
People watching on Facebook as we talk.
Okay, great. So let's have. We'll give you. I'll set it up. I'll have to set it up right now. We'll call it New Life. Okay. And if they do it by tomorrow, they'll get $125 off the Relaxed Sauna. After tomorrow, it'll go down to $100. And I'm going to set it up right now. So if they say that again, if they go to relaxedsaunas.com and they put in New Life, let's see. If they put in New Life 6, okay, New Life 6, and that's because I already have that code. And that'll be $125 off. That'll be $125 off the sauna for today and tomorrow and Tuesday. And then after Tuesday, it'll go back to the $100 off for the rest of September.
How much will the price be?
The sauna is $1,300. In the United States, there's 25 shipping, so that's $13.25. But if they get 125 off, that'd be $1,175, but plus 25, so that'd be $1,200 total for the price of the Relaxed Sauna. New Life 6, New Life 6, and that'll be $1,200 delivered in the United States. No tax, because we're in Ohio and we can't charge sales tax unless you're in Ohio. So it's relaxedsaunas.com. New Life 6 is the discount code, and that'll give them 125 off. And that's through today, Monday, and Tuesday. And then Wednesday, if I get it together, I'll change the code to $100, and that'll be good till the end of September.
Great.
Okay, and you can, publish that.
I just did.
Or whatever. We always like to give a discount. We want there to be a sense of urgency. So because inertia is one of the most negative laws in the universe. My original company was called Momentum, and when you take advantage of the moment, you propel yourself for greatness. And I once gave a talk about 20 years ago, and I said, what's the opposite of momentum? Or what's the opposite of inertia? And then I started laughing, because that's momentum, and that was the name of my company. Because what you teach is what you need to learn the most. So on the planet, I'm probably the one who needs to learn the law of inertia, not to be the negative effect of the law of inertia. So therefore, I'm meditating, and they tell me, taking advantage of the moment, propelling yourself into greatness. Momentum, taking your advantage of the moment, propelling yourself into greatness. And I've noticed in my life, I get stuck by inertia. So it really is, and that means you don't move. See, and that's what the Relaxed Sauna does. It moves your cells, it gets you moving, and that's when the magic happens.
So someone said, well, someone said, I have a Relaxed Sauna.
Yeah.
And she says that I don't wash it. I don't wash the towel after every time. She goes, I wash it after a couple of times. Is that bad?
No, that's good. My friend always gets upset because my sauna smells a lot, because I don't wash it that often, because I don't have a good sense of smell. So yeah, you can wash it. As a matter of fact, I have to take mine onto the patio and wash the tent, take the radiator out, take the tent outside, and I need to give it a good washing with health food store soap and water, and spray my hose on it just like I'd be washing a new car. And I need to do that every couple months, because I don't clean it regularly, even though I turn it on. Yeah, and now someone asked a question, I saw it. The Relaxed Sauna, we say, will last 5 to 7 years in a clinical setting, being used 6 to 8 hours every day. We have at least a dozen people people on YouTube interviews. One doctor said he's had it for 16 years, best investment for his health he's ever made. Another man has had it for 14 years, 12 years, 10 years. We have many, many people who've had the Relaxed Sauna for many years. It's a workhorse. It lasts. It endures.
I'll tell you, my wife uses it every day. I do it every other day. It never smelled, ever.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So someone asked.
Some people.
Go ahead.
I didn't hear you.
Some people asked, are these units beneficial to all people, autoimmune, cancer, beneficial to all except for which people?
Well,
is there anybody not beneficial
for?
The
contraindication, the only contraindication, what is that?
So is there anybody that shouldn't use it?
The only contraindication I know is dehydration. Now, I have had 2 cases of people with extremely low blood pressure, and then I want to say, well, do it gingerly, do it with caution. There is someone in Japan who says that it's good for low blood pressure, but it's certainly good for those with high blood pressure. And with those with low blood pressure, I would say do it gingerly, and the you want to hydrate. Hydration is very important. I drink generally between 8 and 12 ounces of water before I go in, and afterwards I do 8 to 12 ounces of water. And that's very good, so you stay hydrated, because you'll sweat. You can sweat a quart of water out. And I have a ceremony I do about every 3 weeks. I call it Spa Day for Phil, because my name's Phil. And I go into the Relaxed Sauna when I wake up for about 20 minutes. I sweat profusely. I get out. I drink some water. I may take a shower. And then 5 minutes later, I go in and do another 20-minute sweat. And when I come out, I drink sometimes 16, 20 ounces of water. And then I'll get out. And then I'll go in and do another 20-minute sweat. And oh my gosh, now one day in 18 years, I did it for about 4 hours. I went through about 6 towels that were soaked. I drank 2 gallons of water, and I just was having fun. If you ever wake up where you overate, or you ate too much bread, or too much, whatever heavy stuff, it clears the head, and it feels so clear, and you feel so invigorated, and you keep on wanting to go in because you want to feel. It's like meditating. You get clearer and clearer and clearer. It's like you're approaching nirvana almost.
I love it.
Now, was there another question that I didn't answer, that I did not see?
No, somebody just said, I've had mine for 8 years and it still works great.
They've had it for 8 years?
That's what somebody just wrote. She goes,
yeah.
Yep.
And they like it?
Yeah, it says it still works great.
Yeah, most common, the most common comment I get for someone who's had it 8 years is, I love it.
Right.
But I sometimes have to be careful singing the praises of the Relaxed Sauna. It's a beautiful experience, and it's interesting. There's a lady named Rebecca Harder, and she owns a colon hydrotherapy clinic and a hyperbaric oxygen clinic, one in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and the other in Portland, Oregon. And she would go to colonic shows and see us every year. And she said, I would turn my nose up at the Relaxed Sauna because I had a $5,000, $7,000 wooden saunas in my clinic. And she'd sell a couple of them every year or whatever. And she loved them. And finally, one year she said, oh, what the heck? And she went in the Relaxed Sauna. In 3 minutes, she was sold on the Relaxed Sauna. I think I have her book right here. I'll go show it. go. It's called Gaster Girl in here. And so what happened is she got in the relaxed sauna, and then she wrote that book about a year later. And it's a compendium. It's got articles from Paul Harsh on hyperbaric oxygen, on Sherry Tenpenny, on vaccines, on Russell Blaylock. I'm not sure what else. And it's got Dietrich Klinghardt on talking about something, and she has an article on far infrared energy, and she has an article saying 8 pages on why everyone must have a far infrared sauna. And she says, now why is the relaxed sauna the best sauna? I don't say it's the best, it's the most effective. But anyway, she says, why is the relaxed sauna the best? And she goes on, and she explains her situation, comparing it to the relaxed saunas, to the wooden saunas she had in her clinic, and that it works more effectively. It starts in 20 seconds. I mean, you can feel it in 20 seconds. That's the preheating, not 20 minutes, not 40 minutes, but 20 seconds. And there are many ways, advanced ways of using the relaxed sauna. I sit in a half lotus position on the chair. You can put your feet on the pedestals. You can put them in the center. You can even take the chair out and get on the floor and sit on the floor. You can move the radiators where they're heading toward the ceiling so it doesn't get too hot. I mean, it's like a gold mine of opportunities. I also wanted to show, this is the book Detoxify or Die by Dr. Sherry Rogers. She spawned an industry called far infrared saunas. And then this is a local doctor. This is Dr. Bill Akpadar. It's called No Sweat, No Sweat, and like no sweat, N-O, and then K-N-O-W, sweat. Once you know sweat as your teacher and your healer, life is no sweat. And it says here's the definitive guide to reclaim your health. And he's an acupuncturist. He's a Chinese medical doctor. He's an American medical doctor, and he's a holistic dentist. And he's a Qigong master, and he was voted best cancer doctor 2007, New York City. He recommends the relaxed sauna to almost all of his patients. And when he does the remake of this book, he's going to mention the relaxed sauna, because the relaxed sauna will create heat shock proteins more than any other sauna because of its higher amount of far infrared ray energy in this sauna than almost any other sauna. And that's what you want. And that's why the relaxed sauna is more effectively, it doesn't matter about EMF. You know, we've got low EMF. There are a lot of saunas with less EMF, but because of the greater amount of far infrared energy, they can't affect you. And the other saunas, it's like this, what this one person says, it doesn't matter if it doesn't get you to sweat, or if it doesn't have as much far infrared energy, it's not helping you as much. So this helps you maybe, well, it's got 4 to 10 times more far infrared ray, as far as I can tell, than any other sauna. And that's why it's the most effective sauna. And that's why we call it the superior sauna.
Say, Phil.
Rosacea. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
Good.
So someone said,
everyone said, go ahead.
Someone said there's no option to add the New Life 6 code in the website, relaxsaunas.com/store.
After you order it, okay, when you order it, you go on the left, it says discount code on the left. It's maybe in a light gray, it'll say discount code, okay? So New Life 6 will fit on the left.
And someone else said, do you have discount?
Say, I want the order, it's on the cart. You don't even give your credit card, huh?
Are
we okay there?
Do you have discounts for seniors? Somebody said.
One more time.
Someone said, do you have discounts for seniors?
Use New Life.
New Life 6. Okay, then
6 give you 125 off. Usually yeah.
If someone has a fungus on the skin, systematically rosacea, or other inflammatory skin conditions, Does the heat help kill or heal the surface by activating the detox organs internally?
The answer to that is there's a lady who had a lot of mold toxicity, people with Lyme disease or mold. Her name is Paula. If you put in Relaxed Sauna testimonials, or if you go to the website relaxedsaunas.com/ and then / superior, her video is on there about how the Relaxed Sauna, more or less, she credits with saving her life because she had such terrible mold toxicity.
Right.
In terms of fungus on the skin, now psoriasis, rosacea, those eczema, all those things can clear up. It's really dependent upon the individual. We don't have 100%. For fibromyalgia, we have about 90-95%. Arthritis pain about the same. There's a guy in Connecticut who had psoriasis. He said it all cleared up, but then a little bit came back. Eczema, it should get rid of eczema almost all the time. If that doesn't work, the lemonade diet, Master Cleanser will help for eczema all the time.
What is the lemonade diet?
So the fungus, nail fungus, it's not going to get rid of nail fungus. It may help a lot, but there's more. It's deeper than that.
Uh-huh. So someone says, what are the dimensions of it in a small apartment?
32 inches across, 32 inches across, 33 inches deep, and it's 46 inches high. And it'll fit in a suitcase without the chair. And it comes in a box which is 21 inch by 28 inch by 12 inch, and it weighs 33 pounds. And you can take it on the plane, or you can take. It comes in a carrying case, and the tent will fold. I don't have it here.
Yeah, everybody, it folds up.
Yeah.
And it's really small. I mean, you can fit it in a New York apartment. You can put it up in a New York minute. I mean, it folds up. You zipper it in, and boom, you're in no time. Oh, Phil, someone said I put the code in and I got this. Coupon expired.
It folds up to about 2.5. Say that?
Yeah, someone said they put the code in and said coupon expired.
Let me see. New Life 6. Oh. There we go. Boy. Sorry. It works now. Okay. I fixed it, because that was a previously used code.
That's okay. Okay, now it's good, folks. So someone said,
I didn't see that.
What's the difference between the foldable ones and the wood ones?
Well, the wood ones are a lot more money generally, but see, they only have 50% far infrared ray. They take between 10 and 45 minutes to preheat. You just don't get that feeling of euphoria, that overall feeling of wow. I mean, they're good, but they're more physical. They don't seem to have that spiritual quality that I find in the Relaxed Sauna. A lot of them will work, but if people complain, like if you go to Superior Sauna and you read this review, relaxedsaunas.com/superior, and the review, she explains really well in there that why she loves it. It only takes 20 minutes for a complete sweat, not 45 minutes to an hour. There's no preheating. It takes 30 seconds to preheat. It feels better. There's more far infrared energy in it. You get better results. It feels better, and it's awfully convenient to use. And
someone says,
very easy to travel with.
How long should you stay in it when you first get it? Like your first shot?
If you're healthy, you can go in for a 20-minute sweat right away. Right. If you're not sure you're healthy, go in for 10 minutes with your clothes on. And if there's no problem, then you can do 15 or 20 minutes and have a complete sweat. If you have Lyme disease, some people have Herxheimer effect. We have 17 testimonies on YouTube Relaxed Sauna testimonials Lyme of people who it's helped their Lyme disease tremendously. They're functional.
I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what this is, but somebody says, you think it'll help Fachette's disease?
It helps Tourette's. There's a man in Minneapolis who had Tourette's, and it helped him a lot. But did you say Fachette's? I don't know what Fachette's is.
I don't know what that is either. So
okay. Well, let's put it this way: if you get the sauna and you're not happy, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. You be our guinea pig, and you let us know. We find, when we first started selling these 18 years ago, we didn't know what it was going to do. There was very little research, and even if there was research, we didn't know if it was going to. But we found out, like in the first year, everyone said, "Oh my gosh, I sleep so much better. I've never slept so good in a hotel before."
Everybody, I've got one. Basically, when you go to relaxedsaunas.com and you put in New Life 6, you'll get $125 off. So the price with tax, with delivery, is only $1,200. It's far infrared, so it develops more heat in your core to help prevent, negate a lot of symptoms and a lot of dis-ease by putting you at ease.
Yeah, right.
And basically, it folds up really small. You open it up. It goes in like the small space ever. And if you don't like it, after 30 days, tell Phil, you get your money back. So basically, it's a win-win-win-win. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I looked at that question on EMF. I hope I answered it sufficiently. But anyone who gets the sauna and being afraid of EMF, I make a joke because there's so much bad press about EMF right now, and I call it it's the new Voldemir. Just the fear of EMF is probably 100 times more dangerous than EMF. And just mentioning the word Voldemir strikes fear into people's hearts if you're a Harry Potter fan. And so just mentioning the word EMF, it strikes fears into people's hearts. And I'm saying, really, there's nothing to fear. You get in the relaxed sauna. It doesn't matter, if it's got 160 EMF of a juicer, it's okay. It does have EMF, but the far infrared antidotes it. You'll do not fear EMF. It's not worth it.
And Winston Churchill said, the only thing you have to fear is fear itself. So someone said they spelled it.
You got it.
It's not Fachette's.
Relaxed sauna. Yeah, I saw the.
I don't even know.
There's another question. Let's see what the fifth question is. Okay, there's no water. The water, when we first started going and doing shows of the relaxed sauna, this one lady I remember said, "Where's the water coming from?" I said, "From you." that's your not your sweat. It's coming from you. There's no water. It's electricity. The water's coming from you.
And with the water,
it's energy medicine. Yeah, it's energy medicine. It's resonating with your cells, getting the movement, increasing core temperature, getting you to sweat. In the sweat, they've tested the sweat in Japan at a study. There's so much gunk in your relaxed sauna sweat that is not in your athletic sweat, or your being in the sun sweat, or your running sweat, or it's not the same. 2% of the sweat of an athletic workout is toxins. In the relaxed sauna, 17% of that sweat is toxins. In other words, it's very viscous. Now, I was laying out in the sun a couple Augusts ago, and I said, God, how watery the sweat is. And I didn't realize how thick the sweat is when I'm in the relaxed sauna, because I just didn't realize it. But the sweat is a lot thicker because there's a lot more toxins in it. And it's the research is nice, and we've done research showing that the relaxed sauna radiator actually penetrates deeper, much deeper than near infrared. That's another myth. Near infrared and full spectrum infrared are like bogus names for, see, it's only the far infrared. The more far infrared you have, the more effective it is. Only that will cause your body to increase in temperature, and that's what causes you to sweat, and that causes you to detoxify.
Well, Phil, thank you. You were great. And
Thanks.
I miss you, and I can't wait to see you again sometime in person.
Yeah, well, I will, you know, as soon as this COVID craziness is gone, you know, maybe in 2021 in the spring, or certainly in the fall, we'll be there again. It's like, again, it's beliefs and fears.
I know, it's crazy. Well, stay healthy, stay happy, and everybody get your sauna.
Yeah, the Relaxed Sauna, really, it is a good sauna, and don't be fooled by the ploys of other companies. The $900 saunas are nice, but they're really no better than the $300 saunas, because they use the carbon panels, and the carbon panels are 36% far infrared ray. And anyone who badmouths our tent, you know, we've tested it for, it doesn't detox, it doesn't have chemicals or anything like, it's made out of nylon. All the other portable saunas I know have corrugated plastic inside. But again, I like to focus on not the negative aspects of other saunas, but the fact that only the Relaxed Sauna has the patented semiconductor chips that filter out the near infrared and give you the pure 4 to 14 far infrared energy, because only that energy is strong enough to resonate with your water cells, increase your body temperature, and cause you to detoxify, and everything else that it does.
RelaxedSaunas.com. New Life 6 is the code. Phil Wilson is the man. And everybody have a beautiful, beautiful Lashana Tova. Happy New Year. Have a great Sunday. And see you next week.
Thanks. And they can call me if they want on my cell phone.
Oh, what is your phone number?
It's 626-200-8454.
Say it again, 626.
200. 8454.
So anybody, any other questions you have, you can call Phil directly at 626-200-8454. Can't get better than that, folks.
Hey, it was great, Mark.
Take care, my friend.
Mark, I always enjoy talking with you. And I'm really glad that you love the Relaxed Sauna.
I love it. And my wife is crazy about it.
Yeah. I mean, God, it just, it sort of gets you high. It just gets you elevated into a rarefied atmosphere. You just feel so clear, so invigorated, so tuned in.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Well, that's what it does. It brings joy.
Yes, we love it. So now my